Hi there. Welcome to the second season and our first episode of the Asian Hope podcast. I'm a bit of a new face here, but I'm going to be your host, Sam. I'm from 12X. And sitting across from me, my form teacher, or the year 12's form teacher,
Miss Elna.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the dramatic pause was for you to introduce yourself. But
Sorry.
don't worry about it. Okay, so right now you're not sitting in front of me in the capacity of a form teacher. You're sitting in front of me as one of the advisors for student council.
Yes.
A lot of changes this year to student council, a lot of them championed by you. So for the viewers who are watching, who some of the new students, they don't really know what student council is about yet. So you want to give us a little rundown?
So I'm going to start off by saying that for all the advisors in the student council, it's a new year for us. It's the first time we're doing it. So in general, this whole student council experience is new to me. I've only been involved a little bit with what was happening last year on the sidelines. So this year, the focus is a lot on the students and student engagement in school activities and students really making use of servant leadership opportunities. A lot of what we've been doing lately has just been about servant leadership, which is why we're doing GIDs and service hours, and all of that is to teach children about having a servant heart. And that we kind of want to embrace much more in the student council, because the student council has always been a body of students that serve the student body, right?
Right. That's the goal at the end of the day.
Right.
I feel like you answered it pretty well, though.
Okay,
just a general idea of what the student council is about. Because a lot of people, they have the idea of like, oh, you elect the presidents and the vice presidents and stuff, and then they put together events and that's it, right?
Right.
But this year you said you wanted the focus to be about the students, putting emphasis on the students. And I think that's really important because, you know, they have a lot of agency in what they want to experience in the school, because it is their learning at the end of the day. But, you know, it's very easy to see the student council as just a platform for students to manage other students.
Right, which is not really what it is.
Right.
Because you are part of the council because you want to serve. I mean, that's what the founding scripture is, or the base scripture of the student council is about servant leadership. And it's just being the voice. So we created a leadership opportunity for students to be the voice of the students. And that is essentially what student council comes down to.
Yeah.
Right. And so this year we're focusing a lot more on that, even though we are still doing some events, but our purpose is entirely for student engagement, and that's what we want to try and achieve.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the previous years of council, they did quite well as well. But is there a particular reason why you felt like this year you wanted to put emphasis on the students specifically as our main driving force for the student council?
I was thinking about what you said in your
in my
promo video.
For the for some of the people watching, if you don't know, I'm also part of the student council.
Yes,
so this is two student council people talking about student council.
So you are the vice. Let's call you the upper or I'm
the year 12 vice president. Yeah.
For the year 10 to 12 students. Which I think is kind of running ahead with some of the questions that we might have. But what you said in your, is it a promo video?
Campaign video?
Campaign, thank you. Audition, I know audition wasn't the right word, but in your campaign video, you said something that has kind of stuck with me. And I keep that at the back of my head when I think about council, which is, cheese.
Yeah, cheese.
Balls. You said, we honor what was done. We honor the good things that was done in council, and we build on top of those things. And for this year, we're going to be building a lot on what Student Council has done in the past.
Why do you felt like this year it had to be re-envisioned?
So I am going to blame Mr. Melly for this.
Oh, okay.
Because I was initially not going to do it because I was involved with so many other activities.
Right.
And then Mr. Melly and I had a chat, and he said, well, we'll do it together, and then we're going to get Mrs. Bonica to come, and we're going to be a team together, so it's not just one person. Which is great, actually, because that's what we've done in the council. The restructuring, even the leadership has restructured. Because it's a lot of work for one person.
Of course.
And so when he said, well, let's do it together, we're a team, and then we spoke about some other things that we're planning on doing, and then I said, okay, fine, let's do it.
This sounds suspiciously like what you said to me to convince me to be vice president.
Maybe, probably.
Okay. Well,
which wasn't weird. I said you should run for vice president, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, but you kind of talked me into both the things that you're involved with this year, at the same time. But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
I'm very happy to be part of the student council. I think our first event went really, really well, and the new structure that you and Mr. Melly have set up, it obviously works really, really well. I think that the connection that we can have across the year groups, not only does it allow like seniors like me to be able to teach the lower years, we get new perspectives, new ideas from the students and what they want as well.
So can I tell people about the little bit of the new structure? So what we've done is we still have the president, which is the main person inside the head of the student body. So the first change is we have 3 advisors now, 3 teacher advisors, and we split kind of like the load in terms of managing the group. Because the size of students, the group size has just grown tremendously. And there is method to that, and there is a purpose behind it. So we have the president, and then we've split the vice presidency into 2 candidates. The idea behind that is so that the year 11 vice, who's Soma, will be kind of mentoring and looking after and overseeing the year 7 to year 9 class reps. And then you, who is the year 12 vice, will be overseeing year 10 to year 12. So that is a major restructuring that we've done, and there is, like I said, method to it. And then we still have the secretary and the treasurer, and then the biggest change is that we have now included 2 class reps per class. The purpose is so that it's a buddy system. It's easier to work with someone to get these big jobs done rather than doing it by yourself. Things seem a lot less daunting, and you seem a lot more kind of encouraged and willing to do it if you know you have a partner to do it with.
Right. Yeah. I think it really, really helps because it can be really overwhelming. I mean, like 20 people in a class and it's only one individual to manage it. You're not necessarily going to be able to take all of the opinions and be as agreeable with everyone.
Right.
As opposed to having 2 people with 2 different connections and relationships and stuff like that.
The other thing, of course, is like some people are comfortable speaking in public and other people are not.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make them less of a leader. They are really great at other things. And so if you pair 2 strong leaders together who have different leadership qualities, your team is so much stronger. And that's what we went for here. And that's why I think the balance between students works so well. Which is also, if you look at the executive structure of the council, why our president has 2 vices. So she has 2 partners to work with. And then you, as a vice, have 2 partners. You have the president and the secretary, or the other vice as well. But if you're managing your team, you have the president and the secretary, or in Soma's case, the
treasurer.
President and the treasurer. Yes. So you guys are a core team every time, and then that just makes
things easier to coordinate and communicate.
Organize, communicate, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've heard a lot about like the benefits of the new structure, but since we're a little bit into the year now and we've done our first event, what do you think has been a really big challenge with working with this larger group, and what do you see that like projected forward we might have some issues with that we'll have to work through?
With a large group, and that I think is true for everything, is always communication. I think sometimes I have a lot of these great ideas and I'm just not very eloquent in my communication of my ideas. And I know that because the feedback I get is not always... then I think, how did that happen? Because that's not what I said. Clearly, communication is a thing. And I think in a big group, having clear communication is always very important. So I think that might be one of the biggest challenges. Because let me tell you what's not a challenge is generating ideas. I think we've come up with a lot of good ideas in the short time that we've been operational, things that I'm so incredibly excited about.
Do you have any spoilers you want to give to the
Oh my goodness.
to the audience? Just like a little tidbit, you know, like a crumb to get people excited for some stuff.
So we are working on a bit of an initiatives program and a reward system. So this is just what I've been working on. We are going to discuss it in our next meeting, and then we'll roll it out and iron out the details. But we are looking at a way to include the house point systems, encouraging student engagement from the student body, and then rewarding their engagement. Maybe or maybe not a raffle. I've got some big plans for some sporting things, which is ironic because I'm not a sporty person. I'm a really great spectator, though. And so that's the part that I can actually work on, because that's what I'm enthusiastic about.
Yeah.
Not so much the playing of the sports, terrified of
the community
balls,
built around it.
Yes, the fellowship, the community, the camaraderie, the sportsmanship. It doesn't just extend to the players, it extends to the supporters as well. And that's something I really want to work on. And then, of course, what is sport, right? Sport doesn't just happen on a court somewhere.
No.
So this is the very subtle hints that I'm dropping.
Oh.
Sports.
Okay. If you can figure that out, you can let us know. I have no idea what she's talking about. But I really think that with this larger council format, it's going to be a lot easier to find opportunities that bring in the entirety of the school to engage with things. Because it's difficult to, especially if you've just entered secondary, for example. It's intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
It is. It's a bunch of new people. To put it in better words, you're like at the bottom of the food chain. You don't really know how things work yet, right? But with this new council, we can interact with the younger years a lot easier. We can find input from the classes and the class reps, especially since we have 4 class reps for each grade. I think it's going to be really, really beneficial to like have us come together as a school instead of being separated into our little cliques.
Cliques and clans, right?
Cliques and clans.
Yeah, absolutely. I really am passionate about the things that students experience at school, and I want them to look back at high school feeling like they were a valued part of their school body, feeling that they were heard, feeling that they were included. Because it's a good time. I mean, you guys are young, things are fun, there's so much happening. It's not just always academics, but there's so much more to this high school experience for you guys to experience. Wow, terrible word choice. But I mean, it can be so much more, and I'm hoping that Student Council will be able to provide opportunities for everybody, not just the athletes or the theater children, but for everybody.
Okay. Yeah. Well, speaking of looking back, since this year is such a drastic change for the Student Council, do you have any idea about the kind of legacy we want to leave with the Student Council as being the first council to initiate all these new changes and further changes to come, of course? But like, is there a lasting impact that you want the current council and Student Council in the future to leave on the school?
Yes, I think every time it comes back to servant leadership, and it's more than that, though. It's having a servant heart, and that is something that gets cultivated and grown and gets nourished and encouraged. And I think in the council, that is something that we want to develop, right?
Yeah.
And nurture servant leadership, because that is who we are called to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the servant heart that I think we should kind of carry forward. It's the legacy. That's what I'm looking for. The legacy is to have a heart of a servant and to be always giving. I'm not here again very clearly communicating all these ideas in my head.
I understand. I mean, I feel like that is the motto of student council: servant leadership, not separate but put together, right?
Absolutely.
Because you want to lead, but at the same time, it's not about managing people. It's about doing your best to give to the people and provide with everything that you have, your skills and your effort and your time to serve
Right.
the school as a
Right.
whole. Yeah.
Right.
So would you have any sort of advice for people who might be interested in becoming a part of student council in the future?
Before I answer that question, I do want to say something though, because I just had
Sure.
another thought. I think of it, when I think about like, what is this based on? It's based on the example of what Christ has left for us, right? Christ wasn't standing on a podium and said, blah blah blah, you bad, you good. That's
Yeah.
not who we know Jesus is. He was amongst the people. He was with the people. He was engaged with the people. It's very clear. And so the kind of leadership that we want to have is a council that is for the people, with the people, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then to get back to your question, please cut this part.
Which was any advice you would want to give?
Yes. So for those of you who want to be part of the council, if you have a heart for servanthood or servant leadership, let's call it servantship, servant leadership, servantship. New word, coined it.
Sure. Yeah. Patent that. None of you
Yes.
can steal that.
Then join the council, because it's not about who you see. It's not the person wearing the shirt or the little badge, but it's about your heart and how much you really care about other people. So if you have a passion for serving people, which I'm hoping that you are having and developing as we do Gecko Impact Days and all those other things, please, by all means, join the council. Also, you need to be able to work hard.
It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
But all great things require a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get something you've never had without doing something you've never done, right?
True.
And it might be intimidating to take that first step to go into a position that you're not familiar with, but you have people around you to support and convince you to take on a lot of extra things in your final senior year that you might not necessarily be prepared for,
Right.
but
Like leads in a play.
like leads in a play,
Like singing
like singing with
on
a sick throat.
stage.
Yeah.
Right. He's not the only person I'm making sing this year in the play.
I don't know.
Challenge. The bigger the challenge, the greater the reward.
Sure, yeah.
Right?
The greater the fall as well, though.
No. We have a buddy system. Nobody falls.
Nobody falls.
Nobody falls. Please don't say that.
Well, okay. I hope whoever can catch me is very strong, because it's going to be a heavy fall.
True.
Yeah. Let's keep it a little lighthearted with some
Yes,
of the more
please.
funnier questions that I had prepared.
Yeah.
I think one of them was, if Student Council was a movie, what kind of genre would it be, and who would you cast as specific people?
I think I'm just going to fall back on one of my favorites. It's going to be Shrek.
It's going to be...
It's going to be Shrek. It's going to be an animated comedy. And all of you guys are fairy tale creatures. Some of you are Pinocchio. Other ones are the Three Blind Mice. But together we make a great story. Right?
Do you have anyone specific for, like, you or the StuCo advisors?
I don't know. I think it would be unfair to call Mr. Melly Shrek, right? Just because of the size.
I was gonna go there, but I was gonna say his charming personality, his main character energy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sure.
Also, he can roar like an ogre. That would probably make me the donkey and Miss Bonica, Princess Fiona. That's great. It's Fiona, right? Yes, it's Fiona.
I don't know. I haven't seen Shrek.
Okay. Seriously, Sam?
I'm sorry. No. Okay. Well, it's.
Is it
I'm
giving
sure
away
it's
my age?
I'm sure it's a good movie. It's a little.
It's not good. It's great.
It's before my time, and I'm sorry. The donkey, the way they animate the face, it's a little creepy. It's a little creepy.
What are you saying?
Would you want a fairy tale creature to be our StuCo mascot or our?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. It's the fun. It's the imagination, the fantasy of it. That's why I like Shrek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to give it a watch.
Flying Donkey is the mascot.
Flying Donkey is the mascot for student council.
It's not very like
Representative.
exciting. It's just a flying donkey.
I mean, is there a theme that the flying donkey can embody for student council?
Oh my goodness.
It's like it's servant leadership, right?
I don't know. Donkeys work hard.
Yeah, donkeys are very hard servers. You know, like I don't know if a donkey and a mule is the same thing, but like
I think so. I don't know.
They like put stuff on the donkey's back and then
The donkey carries it.
the donkey carries it around, right?
I mean that makes sense if you really want to pull it apart quite that much.
Well, no offense to
to the gecko.
the gecko,
The mighty gecko.
the mighty gecko. You know, he rests on all of our hearts every day.
True.
And he does his best to protect us.
Mm-hmm.
But a donkey's pretty cool.
mean-
A little bit cooler than this guy.
A donkey has a lot of personality.
Yeah,
I will
could
give
you imagine
that.
a little donkey face here?
I don't know. I do like the gecko though.
Really?
Yes, I do. That's one of my favorite things about Cambodia is the, what do you call it?
The
Tukai,
guy, yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
I just think it's the coolest thing on earth. Yes, I do. I like the colors.
It's
I
a
like
very
the
high
big googly
bar.
eyes.
The big googly eyes.
The spots. I think they're gentle and beautiful and they make a lot of noise. Like me.
Wow. You heard it here first. It's the guy is Miss Elna's spirit animal. You must have loved it then when you came to Asian Hope and you were like, their little guy is geckos.
Yeah.
I mean,
gecko's not quite the same as a, what is it, tukai, tukao?
Well, yeah.
No, that means ice. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my people. I'm sorry.
It's.
so sorry.
I mean, you're doing your best. You're doing your best. You're getting there.
I'm trying.
Yeah, but when you first came here,
Mm-hmm.
were you like very drawn to the representation of the gecko?
Okay, you are asking me to be brutally honest, right?
I don't know about brutal, but honesty is a good policy that
I'm gonna raise some.
Some things.
When I came here, I was Logos.
Oh.
My heart belonged to Logos,
Oh.
right? That's very true because when I came here many years ago, I worked at Logos. I was the yearbook design art teacher at Logos, and so my heart has always been with Logos.
But that's in the past now.
That is in the
That is in
past.
the
And then
past.
when I came back, I kind of taught at both schools, and I just kind of fell in love with the school and the people and the students, the culture, the vibes. Just, I don't know. You guys, this school body has got such a great heart. Not that Logos doesn't.
Yeah. Well,
I love Logos too. All my children go there, and my husband works there. I'm torn, but I love the school more.
Well, we're. I mean, she said
So
it.
the gecko
She said it.
is
not me.
also close to my heart, but for a different reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're at the end of the day, we're sister schools,
True.
right?
True.
The gecko is Logos. Logos
Right,
is
and we're
the
all
gecko.
Asian Hope.
And we're all Asian Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I feel like on that note of community
Yes.
is a very good place that we can stop
Yes.
at. So thank you to Miss Elna for sitting here and having one of the stranger conversations that we've had since I've known you. But a very informational conversation. I think
Maybe a little bit too much information.
yeah, but I think it's important that students can get a little bit of insight into student council and how it works. Drop a little bit of the intimidation factor so that
Right.
more people are encouraged to
Right.
serve. Yeah.
Excellent.
So, thank you again to Miss Elna,
you.
and thank you to you guys for watching and sitting there listening to us converse about donkeys and student council. Stay tuned for the next episode. We are going to be inviting a very special guest. All our guests are special. All our guests are very special. But yeah, that will be coming out sometime later this week, either this week or next week. And thank you for watching.